Rangers easy okay makes a good point. He says, I love Fergie. The only way I'd want him as manager if he wins the Europa League. That's not the good point I'm referring to. Not sure who I fancy, to be honest, but Gerrard's name keeps appearing. Wouldn't be able to stomach Beale as the number 2, though. You forget that, obviously, Michael Beale was the kind of, allegedly, the brains behind the operation when Steven Gerrard was in charge.
Yeah, look how that turned out.
Well,
Look, do you know what? That's probably unfair. I think you can have a tactical brain and maybe not necessarily have the leadership qualities, maybe, in terms of man management, dealing with people. So maybe it's a partnership that works, but, you know, I don't know. I would find that scenario unlikely.
Do you think Keith, if Gerrard came back, that would be a good appointment? Put you in the spot there, but there you go.
Do you know what? He obviously made an impact at Rangers. And I know people will say, well, he only won the one trophy, but it was a big one, the big one. And I think it's, you know, I don't think he was a spectacular success at Rangers, but year on year you could see that his team was improving. They were moving in the right direction. They were heading towards a team being capable of winning a title, and then they won it. So did he do a good job at Rangers? Well, it wasn't spectacularly successful, but ultimately it got them where they wanted to be, which was back to the champions of Scotland. Steven Gerrard's career since leaving Rangers hasn't really set any fires, has he? He's not been pulling up trees. I don't think he's done anything since leaving Rangers that would give you further belief that he's a top manager in the making.
Yeah.
In fact, you would maybe say that the other thing is true. The opposite is true. He did a difficult time at Aston Villa. It didn't end well for him, obviously. And then the fact that he's replaced and the successor comes in, and within weeks Villa are motoring, and you know that. And again, that's a top class manager you're talking about there as well. But it doesn't reflect very well on Steven Gerrard that he was having issues there, and Villa became instantly improved when he left. He's then gone to Saudi. You know, I think any either young player or young aspiring manager that goes to Saudi Arabia, I think there's a question mark there. Because, you know, is it the love of the game or the love of the cash? And so I don't think he's enhanced his reputation by going there. So yeah, I can understand. Again, there'll be some Rangers fans that would be crying out for it because that's the way they won the last title. That's the manager that did it for them. But I don't think I haven't seen much in what Steven Gerrard's done since leaving Rangers, and over these, you know, that he had a pretty bad start to his title defence, didn't he? Things didn't look particularly great. So no, me personally, I could see why it could happen. I could see why he's a person of interest. I think it might be a retrograde step.